After discussing the properties and method of preparation of phenol, today we are going to discuss new topic for this chapter, and the first topic for that is distinction between alcohols and phenols. Distinction between alcohol and phenol. How can we distinguish alcohol and any phenol? Then we can use approximately 5 methods by which we can distinguish between alcohol and phenol. And the first method for that will be ferric chloride test. First method will be ferric chloride test. Here in this test, phenol will produce a dark violet coloration. Phenol will produce a dark violet coloration, but alcohols cannot do so. Phenol will produce dark violet coloration, but alcohols cannot do so. Next will be litmus paper test. Second method will be litmus paper test. And in this test, alcohols have no effect on blue litmus, but phenol will turn blue litmus into red. Third test will be coupling reaction. Third test will be coupling reaction. In this test, phenol react with benzene diazoxide chloride to produce a orange red color dye known as para-hydroxyazobenzene. Phenol react with benzene diazoxide chloride to produce orange red color dye para-hydroxyazobenzene, and reaction is known as coupling reaction. Fourth will be ammonium seric nitrate test. Ammonium seric nitrate test. Ammonium seric nitrate test, or we can say that formula for that will be NH4 Ce NO3 4 diene, and this compound will react with alcohol to produce red blood coloration, but phenol cannot do so. And fourth test will be fifth one, if alcohol will be ethyl alcohol, then we can use iodoform test. If alcohol will be ethyl alcohol, then we can use iodoform test. And in this test, ethyl alcohol will produce the yellow precipitate of iodoform, and reaction will be ethyl alcohol CH3CH2OH that can react with iodine first in presence of NaOH to produce acetaldehyde, and then acetaldehyde can react further with iodine in presence of NaOH to produce triiodoacetaldehyde, and this triiodoacetaldehyde react with NaOH to produce yellow precipitate of iodoform. And the last test possible will be Lieberman nitrosoamine test. Lieberman nitrosoamine test. In this, first phenol on hitting with concentrated NaOH will produce a green color that react with H2SO4 to produce a blue color, and then that on hydrolysis produce a red color itself. So 6 tests can be used to distinguish between phenol and alcohol. Next will be distinction between phenol and carboxylic acid. Distinction between phenol and carboxylic acid. So phenol and carboxylic acid can be distinguished from each other by 3 tests. The first one will be ferric chloride test. Here phenol will produce a dark violet coloration. Phenol will produce a dark violet coloration due to formation of ferric triphenoxide. Next test will be coupling reaction. phenol can react with benzene diazinyl chloride to produce a orange red color dye due to formation of para hydroxyazobenzene. And the last one will be the very important one, and that will be sodium bicarbonate test. Sodium bicarbonate test. Here carboxylic acid can react with sodium bicarbonate to produce the effluences of CO2. To produce effluences of CO2. So in this way we can distinguish between phenol and alcohol, as well as phenol and carboxylic acid. After this, we have to discuss the last topic of this, and that is the ethers. That topic is ether. How can we prepare ether and what are properties of ether? First of all, we have to know what are ethers. So ethers are those compounds which are having alkoxy linkage in them. Those compounds which are having alkoxy linkage in them, or general formula ROR or CnH2n plus 2O. CnH2n plus 2O. Those are known as ethers, and these ethers can be of two types. The first one are simple ether. Simple ether means both the alkyl group will be same, and the second one will be mixed ether. When two alkyl group will be different from each other, they are known as mixed ether. And common name for them will be, for simple ether, dialkyl ether, and mixed ether, alkyl ether. For example, the first one will be CH3OCH3. Then common name will be dimethyl ether. Common name for this will be dimethyl ether, and IUPAC name will be methoxymethane. IUPAC name will be methoxymethane. Similarly, next one will be CH3OCH2CH3. Common name for this will be ethyl methyl ether. Ethyl methyl ether, and IUPAC name will be methoxyethane. IUPAC name will be methoxyethane. Similarly, next compound will be CH3 CH2O CH2 CH3. CH3 CH2O CH2 CH3. Common name for this will be diethyl ether. Common name for this will be diethyl ether, and IUPAC name will be ethoxyethane. Ethoxyethane. Now I am taking aromatic ethers, and the first one among these will be anisole. Common name is anisole. Benzene is having OCH3 group over it. Then this compound is known as anisole, and IUPAC name will be methoxybenzene. And next will be phenetol. Phenetol means benzene is having OC2H5 group over it. Phenetol is having ethoxy group attached on benzene ring. Common name for this compound is phenetol. Common name for this compound is phenetol, and IUPAC name is ethoxybenzene. IUPAC name is ethoxybenzene. Now we have to discuss about cyclic ether, and the first one will be furan. This compound is known as furan, and the last one will be tetrahydrofuran. Now we have to discuss about the crown ethers. crown ethers are those compounds which are formed by polymerization of dihydric alcohol. Crown ethers are those compounds which are formed by polymerization of dihydric alcohols. These are formed by polymerization of dihydric alcohols, and these are named as X crown Y. These are named as X crown Y, where X will denote the total number of atoms and Y will denote the number of oxygen atom, and the first one will be 12 crown 4. First crown ether will be 12 crown 4. Structure will be like this. 12 crown 4. There are total 12 atoms and 4 oxygen. Next will be 15 crown 5. 15 crown 5. Crown 5, and the last case will be 18 crown 6. 18 crown 6. Total atom will be 18, and oxygen atom will be 6. Oxygen atom will be 6. I hope you understand about the crown ether, and these crown ether will capture the alkali metal ion like potassium in them to form the inclusive compound. And due to formation of inclusive compound, the inorganic compound like KMnO4, KCN, KCl are soluble in water. Now, soluble in aromatic compound, or you can say organic compounds. After this, we are going to discuss about the isomerism in ethers. Isomerism in ether, and the first one will be chain. So keep it in mind, ethers can never show chain isomerism. Ethers can never show chain isomerism. Instead of that, they will show metamerism. Metamers means they should have same molecular formula but different nature of side chain. Same molecular formula but different nature of side chain. For example, methoxypropane and ethoxyethane. For example, methoxypropane and ethoxyethane are metamers of each other. Next will be position. The ethers which are having more than 4 carbon can show position isomerism. Here the position of methoxy group will change, and the last one will be functional isomerism. Functional isomerism. Ethers and alcohols are functional isomer of each other. Ethers and alcohols are functional isomer of each other. After discussing the isomerism, now we have to discuss about the methods of preparation of ether. Methods of preparation of ether. Already few of those methods have been discussed by us in haloalkane, haloarine, as well as in properties of alcohols and phenols. So the first method will be from haloalkane. We can prepare ether from haloalkane by 2 methods. We can prepare ethers from haloalkane by 2 methods, and the first method will be Williamson synthesis. Williamson's synthesis. In Williamson synthesis, haloalkane can react with sodium alkoxide or sodium phenoxide to produce ether as a product. In Williamson synthesis, haloalkane can react with sodium alkoxide or sodium phenoxide to produce ether as a product. But major drawback of this reaction is that secondary and tertiary haloalkane will produce alkene instead of ethers. Secondary and tertiary haloalkane will produce alkene instead of ether. For example, chloroethane is there and it can react with sodium methoxide, then what is the product? As here haloalkane is primary, so we will get an ether as a product, and the product form will be methoxyethane plus NaCl. Next case might be 2-chloropropane. 2-chloropropane and it react with sodium ethoxide, then what is the product form? So in this case, instead of nucleophilic substitution, the elimination reaction will take place, and due to which the product form will be propene. The product form will be propene. Similarly, if 2-sodium phenoxide is reacted with CH3Br, then here ether formation take place, and due to which the product form will be 2-methoxypropane. 2-methoxypropane. Next case might be tertiary butyl chloride. Tertiary butyl chloride. It can react with CH3ONA. What is the product? So in this case, elimination will take place as haloalkane is tertiary. So an alkene is going to be formed. Alkene is going to be formed. Plus HCl is removed. And the last case may be sodium tertiary butoxide and it react with CH3Br. What is the product? So in this case, the product form will be 2-methyl-propane. Ether formation takes place. I hope you understand. Keep it in mind. If alcohol will be haloalkane will be primary, then ether will be formed, and if it will be secondary and tertiary, then elimination take place. That's why alkene is going to be formed. That's why alkene is going to be formed. And the next one will be, there might be conversions. Convert phenol into anisole. Phenol into anisole. If you want to convert phenol into anisole, so first react sodium with phenol, due to which the product form will be sodium phenoxide, and then sodium phenoxide can react with CH3Br to give you anisole as a product. To give you anisole as a product. Similarly, next question might be convert phenol into phenetol. Same way, add sodium to it. Product form will be sodium phenoxide, and then sodium phenoxide react with CH3CH2Br to give you phenetol as a product. These two conversions are very important for your board exams. After this, next method to prepare ethers from haloalkane, that is reaction with dry silver oxide. Reaction with dry silver oxide. When a haloalkane react with dry silver oxide, then product form will be ether. Then the product form will be ether and 2AgX is going to be removed. But here drawback of this is that if aqueous or moist silver oxide is used, then the product form will be alcohol. Then the product form will be alcohol. Next method of preparation of ethers will be from alcohols. From alcohol. So one method of preparation of ether from alcohol is Williamson synthesis, and second method is acidic dehydration. Acidic dehydration. Alcohols can be changed into ether by alcoholic dehydration method. Alcoholic dehydration method. Acidic dehydration method. But in chapter of alcohol, we have discussed the product of dehydration of acidic will depend on temperature. If temperature will be 25 degrees centigrade or 298 Kelvin, then elimination of water doesn't take place. Hence, an additional compound is going to be formed, and that is known as oxonium salt. ROH positive, HSO4 negative. Next case might be at temperature 110 degrees centigrade at, you can say, 383 Kelvin. Then in this case, the product form will be bisulfate salt. Product form will be bisulfate salt plus water. And if temperature will be 140 degrees centigrade or 413 Kelvin, then in this case the product form will be ether. Then the product form will be ether, ROR plus H2. And the last case, if temperature will be 170 degrees centigrade or 443 Kelvin, then the product form will be alkene. Then the product form will be alkene, and that should be the example of beta elimination, and that elimination take place according to Sturgeon's rule. But here our focus of discussion will be temperature 140 degrees centigrade or 413 Kelvin. Temperature of discussion will be 413 Kelvin. And there might be question, convert ethyl alcohol into ethoxyethane and write down the mechanism. Convert ethyl alcohol into ethoxyethane and write down the mechanism. So here reaction will be 2 moles of ethyl alcohol on heating with concentrated H2SO4 at 443 Kelvin. Then the product form will be ethoxyethane plus water. Ethoxyethane plus water, and this reaction is completed in 3 steps. The first step will be protonation of ethyl alcohol. First step will be protonation of ethyl alcohol. Protonation of ethyl alcohol. Here, first H2SO4 undergoes decomposition to give H positive plus HSO4 negative. Then this H positive will do the protonation of ethyl alcohol due to presence of lone pair of electron on oxygen atom, due to which we will get protonated alcohol. We will get protonated alcohol. Next step will be removal of water and addition of ethyl alcohol. Removal of water and addition of ethyl alcohol. Addition of ethyl alcohol. Addition of ethyl alcohol. First, removal of water is take place. First, the removal of water take place, and due to which carbocation is formed, and that carbocation can react with ethyl alcohol. That carbocation react with ethyl alcohol to produce protonated ether. To produce protonated ether. And the last step will be removal of proton. Removal of proton from protonated ether. Removal of proton from protonated ether. The protonated ether react with HSO4 negative ion, due to which H positive is removed, and the product form will be ethoxyethane plus H2SO4. The mechanism takes place in 3 steps. The first one is protonation of ethyl alcohol. Second one is removal of water and addition of ethyl alcohol. And third one is removal of proton. After this, we have to discuss the next method by which we can prepare ether from alcohol, and that method will be by catalytic dehydration of alcohol. By catalytic dehydration of alcohol, here too the product will depend on temperature. If an alcohol is heated at 523 Kelvin temperature, then the product form will be ether plus water. But if it is heated with Al2O3 at 633 Kelvin temperature, then the product form will be alkene. Then the product form will be alkene and water is removed. Product form will be alkene and water is removed. Now, after this, we are going to discuss the next method by which ethers can be prepared from alcohol, and that method will be reaction with methyl nitrate. Reaction with methyl nitrate. In this case, alcohol react with methylene nitrate to give ether plus nitrogen. Methylene nitrate has formula CH2NH2, and that react with alcohol to produce ether. And the last one will be addition of alcohol to alkene. Addition of alcohol to alkene. There will be Markov addition rule used. An alkene can react with alcohol to undergo electrophilic addition to produce ether. These are the all methods by which ethers can be produced. Now we have to discuss about the properties of ether. First question might be there: why are ethers having lower boiling point than corresponding alcohols? Why are ethers having lower boiling point than corresponding alcohols? Then reason is that because alcohols form stronger hydrogen bond. Alcohols form stronger hydrogen bond. Similarly, they are lesser soluble than alcohol in water, and reason will be same because they are forming weaker hydrogen bond. After this, we have to discuss about the chemical properties of ether, and the first property will be Lewis basic character. Lewis basic character. As ethers are having lone pair of electron on oxygen atom, hence they can act as Lewis base. Ethers are having lone pair of electron on oxygen atom, hence they can act as Lewis base. So first reaction will be Lewis acids. They can react with Lewis acids to form a complex due to formation of donor acceptor bond. Here oxygen will act as donor and BF3 will act as acceptor. Next will be reaction with concentrated acids like HCl or H2SO4. Ethers can react with concentrated HCl or H2SO4 to produce oxonium salt, OH positive, Cl negative. Similarly with H2SO4 concentrated are OH positive and HSO4 negative. These all are the basic properties of ether. Next will be reactions due to breaking of alkoxy linkage, which are very important one. Reactions due to breaking of alkoxy linkage, and the first one will be hydrolysis. First reaction will be hydrolysis reaction. So here ethers on hydrolysis with water in presence of dilute H2SO4 will give you alcohol as a product. 2 moles of alcohol as a product. Now question might be there in exam. Convert anisole into phenol. Convert anisole into phenol. For that, react anisole with water in presence of dilute H2SO4. React anisole with water in presence of dilute H2SO4, due to which the product form will be phenol and methyl alcohol. Due to which the product form will be phenol and methyl alcohol. Similarly, question might be there: convert phenitol into phenol. In this case, phenitol will react with water in dilute H2SO4 to give you phenol and ethyl alcohol. To give you phenol and ethyl alcohol. Phenol and ethyl alcohol. Next will be reaction with halogen acids. Here reactivity order follows: HF least, then HCl, then HBr, then HI. But in this case, keep it in mind, the product form will be depend on mechanism. The product form will depend on mechanism. So for primary and secondary ethers, SN2 mechanism will be there. For primary and secondary, SN2 mechanism is there. That's why bulkier part become alcohol. Bulkier part become alcohol. Bulkier part become alcohol, and smaller part or lighter part become haloalkane. Bulkier part become alcohol and smaller part become haloalkane. For example, methoxyethane is there. When methoxyethane react with HCl, then the product form will be chloromethane plus ethyl alcohol. Chloromethane plus ethyl alcohol. Similarly, there might be 2-methoxypropane, and HBr is added to it. Then the product form will be methyl bromide plus isopropyl alcohol. Methyl bromide plus isopropyl alcohol. As here mechanism will be SN2. That's why bulkier part become alcohol and lighter part become haloalkane. Next case may be 2-methoxy-2-methylpropane. 2-methoxy-2-methylpropane. And if I will add HI to it, then the product form will be tertiary butyl iodide. Product form will be tertiary butyl iodide plus methyl alcohol. But in this case, mechanism will be SN1. So bulkier part become haloalkane, lighter part become alcohol. Next will be for anisole or phenitol. If anisole or phenitol react with HBr, then the product form will be phenol plus CH3Br. Phenol plus CH3Br. Next will be with tetrahydrofuran. What does it happen? If tetrahydrofuran react with excess of HBr, tetrahydrofuran reacts with excess of HBr, then the product form will be 1,4-dibromobutane. 1,4-dibromobutane. If excess of HBr is added to it, then the product form will be 1,4-dibromobutane. And water is due. I hope you understand the reactions due to breaking of alkoxy linkage. Next will be reaction with air and sunlight. In presence of air and sunlight, ethers will produce ether hydroperoxide, which is explosive in nature. In presence of air and sunlight, they will produce ether hydroperoxide, which is explosive in nature. Hence, ethers are stored in black colored bottle away from sunlight. Ethers are stored in black colored bottle away from sunlight, and detection of ether hydroperoxide can be done with help of ferrous sulfate. If you will add ferrous sulfate to it, then there is a dark violet coloration produced, then it shows ether hydroperoxide is there. And to remove this ether hydroperoxide, Ki in presence of hypo is added. Hypo is sodium thiosulfate, Na2H2O3 plus Ki is added to remove the ether hydroperoxide. Next will be reaction with PCl5. Ethers can react with PCl5 to produce 2 moles of chloroalkane plus POCl3. 2 moles of chloroalkane plus POCl3. And the last will be the electrophilic substitution reactions of aromatic ethers. Electrophilic substitution reactions of aromatic ether. And OR group will be ortho-para-directing in nature. OR group will be ortho-para-directing in nature. Hence, incoming group will go either to ortho or para. And the first one will be anisole, can react with chlorine in presence of AlCl3. What is the product? Then in this case, the product form will be paracresol, parachloroanisole or orthochloroanisole. But question might be there, why aromatic ethers cannot show electrophilic substitution reaction? Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation. Why aromatic ethers cannot show Friedel-Crafts reaction? Then reason is that because they are Lewis base, so they combine with Lewis acid AlCl3 to form the complex. With this, our chapter of alcohol, phenol and ether comes to end for the board exam. Tomorrow we will discuss a more important topic, and that is dihydric alcohol and trihydric alcohol, which might be asked in your competitive exams only, not in board. So till then, stay connected, stay healthy. Thank you.